What is up, YouTube? Welcome back for another episode of the Weekly Breakdown. Well, we will break down all the hype releases for the week, and I will tell you where and when to cop all these releases. And the information that I do provide for you guys is what I gathered prior to this video. So if you have any extra information, don't hesitate and share it with us. Leave it on the comment down below. And if you guys are new and you like what I do, please consider subscribing and smash that like on your way out. And for sneaker news, sneaker updates, and sneaker rumors, I always post it on my Instagram story. So follow me at Instagram at Goggles Reviews. And for this week's release, it's looking like it's going to be a good week. I know it's a short list, but there's a lot of good sneakers coming out this week. But before we get started, I do have some breaking news. And for today's breaking news, we have another Yeezy Quantum colorway coming out soon. We have the Quantum Flame Orange. This sneaker kind of reminds me of the Barium. The only difference is that orange hit on the side panel. Other than that, the toe box and the rest of the sneaker does look like the Bariums to me. I don't know if I'm gonna cop these sneakers, but I gotta admit, the colorway is pretty fire, so I might have to think about that, so I'll get back to you. And another breaking news, this came out of nowhere. We have the Supreme Dunk Glow. We have 4 colorways coming out and it's set to release on March 4 of next week. We have the Mean Green, the Hyper Blue, the Black colorway, and the Baroque Brown. All 4 of these colorways inspired from the Dunk High Supremes that released back in the day, and now we're getting a low version of it. I'm pretty hyped with all of these colorways coming out, because this has been rumored since last year and finally it's here. And I love the color schemes on this sneaker because it is a Supreme Dunk colorway that released back in the day. Now we're getting it in a low version, so I'm excited for it. This sneaker is retailing for $110 and it's only going to be exclusively at supreme.com. And that's all the breaking news, and we're going to start it off with February 25th. We have the Women's Dunk High Football Gray and the Men's Dunk High Vast Gray. Both of this colorway was supposed to release a couple of weeks back, but everything's been pushed back nowadays, and we are finally going to get it on February 25th. And some places already released these sneakers, so the release date has been very confusing with these. The Women's Football Gray comes in a cream leather upper with light lavender overlays, and the Vast Gray comes with a white leather upper with light gray overlays. Both these colorways pretty fire, but lately the regular dunks we've been getting, the quality and the leather hasn't been that good. It feels kind of like plasticky. That's why I only go for those PRM type of dunks or collaboration dunks. But this one, if I have to pick one, I am gonna pick the Football Gray just because of the colorway. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna cop either one. We'll see. Both these sneakers will be retailing for $110 and it's going to be available at the Sneakers app at 10 a.m. And the Vast Gray is also releasing at Snipes. But that's all I know for now. I'm sure some sites will pop up soon, but I know some of the sneakers already released in other sites, so it's very all over the place. And moving on to the 27th, we have 3 releases coming out, and we're gonna start off with Adidas. We have the Yeezy 350 V2 Ash Blue. This sneaker is exclusively releasing on North America, Africa, India, and the Middle East. The Yeezy 350 V2 is basically the staple of the Yeezy brand. We have been getting a lot of colorways lately and it's very saturated in the market. And here's another one. This sneaker comes in a blue tint primate upper with yellow translucent stripe, infinity laces, you have your full length boost, and of course you have the translucent midsole. The Yeezy 350 V2 is a classic, it's a staple, lots of colorways made already, so if you haven't owned one by now, what are you doing? If you haven't owned one, I definitely recommend you buy this colorway, but for me, I'm gonna go pass on these. This sneaker will be retailing for $220 and it's gonna be available at Yeezy Supply at 9 a.m. So make sure you're there at 8:45 for the waiting room. And also it's going to be available at Adidas Confirm app via raffle only, so make sure you sign up for the Adidas Confirm app. If you haven't yet, sign up now if you want to cop these sneakers. And this sneaker is pretty GR, it's pretty much available everywhere like Foot Locker, Champs, JD Sports, Finish Line, DTLR, Shop Nice Kicks, East Bay, Concepts, Bodega, Undefeated, so it shouldn't be that hard to cop these sneakers. And also this day, moving on to Nike, we have 2 colorways of a new sneaker. We have the Nike Blazer Readymade. We have the white and black colorway. The Nike Blazer is a classic sneaker and this is a new take and new innovation on this iconic silhouette. This sneaker is a collaboration with the Japanese designer Yuta Hosokawa. And the inspiration comes from his Readymade label introducing DIY-inspired aesthetic. Using the blazer as its base, this sneaker is made from second-hand material and sustainable materials. Even the outsole is made with crater foam. I love the design on both of these colorways. I love the upper, I love that camo print on the ankle collar, and even the crater foam. But the only thing that bothers me about this sneaker is that old school Nike swoosh. I'm not feeling that at all, but I'm still gonna cop regardless because it is pretty hype. And Travis Scott already teased us with his sneaker, so I'm definitely on board with these. These sneakers will be retailing for $160 and it's going to be available in the Sneakers app at 10 a.m. Eastern. And possibly other boutiques. I think S&S is doing a raffle for these. And lastly, this day we have one of the most anticipated releases of the month. This is basically the last release of February of 2021. We have the Jordan 4 Tope Haze. This Jordan 4 colorway has been pushed back so many times and that created so much hype for this pair, and now everybody wants it. Everybody and their grandma wants this sneaker. And that kind of reminds me of the hype on those Mocha ones. The sneaker comes with your classic Jordan 4 silhouette with a taupe upper, mix of textile, mesh, and suede. Kind of gives me that Travis Scott Jordan 4 friends and family type of vibe, and I think that's the reason why the sneakers are hype. The sneaker will be retailing for $200 and it's going to be available at the Sneakers app at 10 a.m. Eastern. Foot Locker, Champ Sports, Finish Line, JD Sports, DTLR, Shop Nice Kicks, East Bay, Concepts, Undefeated. I think pretty much everywhere it's a very GR release. Even though the sneakers are GR, the demand on the sneakers is pretty high, so it's gonna be a difficult cop. So if you don't hit online, make sure you do your footwork, go to the mall, go to your local foot shops, make sure they carry this pair. So if you want to cop, you gotta do your work. And that's all the releases for the week, and that's it for February. Now we're moving into March, especially next week. The first week of March is pretty crazy. A lot of big releases coming out, and March in general is a pretty stacked month. Alright guys, that's it. We're gonna end it here. If you guys made it to this point of my video, I appreciate it. I hope I informed you well. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, smash that like button, and also follow me at Instagram at Goggles Reviews. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.